Do you remember where volunteers found you?
I was on, they found me on 4th and Oak.
You slept outside that night?
Yeah.
And
they found me curled up in the corner underneath a blanket.
So we found you on the sidewalk?
In Preston Street.
Yep.
Yep, downtown.
And what did you think when we talked with you that day?
Yeah, I was so happy you guys found me. I don't know what to do.
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, a group of people come up on me and talk to me. But they was all nice. They brought me, like, you know, a little sack lunch and some treats and stuff like that.
They was outside the coffee shop, and it was like, would you like to take our survey? At the end of the survey, we give you a $5 Kroger card. So I'm like, you know, on the street, $5 worth of Kroger food, you know, that's good.
When the survey came out, they were looking for 75 people. And if it hadn't been for Suzanne finding me at the hospital and contacting Jonathan, I would not have been a part of the program. They may not have found me. They were looking for people that might die on the street, and I was pretty close to it.
And I would come here and sleep here. This was my home. I would unfold the cardboard, and I would stretch it out and give me a good night's rest right here, right behind this very pillar every single night.
I'll show you, man, exactly where old Kenny Road laid down at many a nights. Here's where I generally would camp out at, right in here. This is generally where I would camp, right in this area right here. I usually get me some cardboard over at KFC. I'd get me several sheets of cardboard, lay it down right here. It's probably some of my old cardboard.
The beginning. This is where I used to spend my nights at. I would come here. It's actually set up in like column cubicles, if you want to call it. Get a little closer, you can see us guys. We used to call it our apartment.
I was sleeping on the stage in Central Park.
Where we just left.
Where we just left. It's where they do Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah.
And I was sleeping up there, drinking up there, doing anything, and I say anything, to survive to get that next drink.
Yeah. How long were you sleeping in the storage unit?
I did all winter.
All winter?
Yeah. They kicked me out, and then they kicked me out the next one because I get caught.
Yeah.
I'm not careful enough.
When I was living on the streets, I was always irritable and very, very sensitive, and I was emotional, and I used to make, you know, but now that I have my own place and been living from outdoors to back on indoors, living, you know, I feel real responsible. I'm starting to feel responsible again. I'm starting to feel I got my discipline. I'm starting to get my discipline back. You know, I'm not as I got a plan of action instead of just wandering around with no strategy.
Here I am 6 months later, and I can't say enough about, you know, the housing in Wells Springs. It's done a lot for me. It's a difference of not knowing where you're going to be from one day to the next, and having what I've got here. I feel like I'm back at my mama's house again, you know, or something like that. It's like a woman lives here, but she don't. But my sister decorated it all for me, and it gets a warm feeling in my heart. And it makes me want to keep on trying, you know, to amount to something.
Being back with society, you know, and being happy and improving myself and stuff. I mean, I feel like, why should I even bother? I've been just hurt so much and discouraged and depressed. I mean, it's part of my issues. Yeah.
Now that we're talking about this program, Melissa, and we're talking about housing, are you starting to get more optimistic?
Definitely. It's something to look forward to. You know, mostly I just want to get off the street, you know, be out of the public's eye, you know, put slippers on or sandals or something. Yeah. And maybe even go see doctors again. Get back on some meds. Maybe.
My blood pressure's under control now. Got me on the right meds.
You're still moving forward with that?
Still moving forward, still praying, and, you know, and thanking God every day, you know what I'm saying, for the blessings. And just trying to be the best I can be.
Well, yeah, bro, just continue to go to your appointments.
Through the different resources that was Miss Francis made available to me, I was able to get with Dr. Ward, Dr. Samuels, Miss Serrano, a whole lot of different therapeutic sessions, and you know, everything that has been offered to me has been about, like I say, moving forward. You know.
Good. How you doing?
Doing great.
You looking good?
Thank you. I feel good. And I've been off the alcohol since Thanksgiving of last year. Called Thanksgiving Day and got help, and when I got out, I was back in the missions, and that's when you called me, and that's when my life began. And
how's the situation with the nurse? So you still having home visits with the nurse?
She made her last visit on Tuesday, and that was another blessing. They gave me a home nurse for 4 weeks, and she came in, made sure my blood pressure, everything was normal, and she signed off on Tuesday.
And just leave with medication management with one of our goals to continue to work it out.
Right.
So you had the survey, which means you've been in your home for 6 months
6 months now, yeah. It's hard to believe. It's really hard to believe. Sound like my daddy now going,
But 6 months is a long time.
6 months is a long time.
Hey, Seven.
Well, how you doing today, sir?
Good.
At first, I used to feel less than a man. You know, I used to feel like a bum.
Right.
You know, with a lot of mental issues. And then I met Lori, and she was very, very helpful in working with my attitude. Then she introduced me to Nolan, and then I made a transition from living underneath viaducts to now I can live. I was living outdoors.
Right.
Now I've learned. I've been here almost 1 year now, so I've learned to live indoors again.
Like the wellness groups.
The sound like the one on Mondays sounds very interesting to me. Eventually, I would like to have a full-time job.
Right.
They said start slow. The part-time job.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, we started off with like this big challenge that we had to be like, we really jumped right into it, you know?
Yeah.
And just to see you handle that and then just go day to day, it's been really, really impressive.
How do you feel about housing? Are you ready for it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What do you think you're looking forward to the most?
A key from my own doorway. Somewhere to eat that's not fast food. Cook my own food.
Yeah.
My own shower. But mostly the privacy from the key.
How's it been out on the streets for you?
Hot.
Hot.
Well, Melissa, I'm excited for you. You know, I will tell you something, Melissa. Like, part of the reason a lot of us love this work is people get better once they get housing. People get better.
can't get better out on the street. I can feel myself going down, you know, out on the street. I've been there for a minute, and I ain't getting no better, that's for sure.
Melissa, once you get your keys.
Keys. Yeah.
Once you get your keys, what do you think that'll be like?
It'll be good. I'll feel much more secure, you know, safe. I don't know, like a home base. I can put my stuff, and I can go in or out, and I don't have to stay out. I don't have to stay in. I hope I don't get lazy and fat.